you've seen how much they're using you in the slot this year. Has that always been a big part of your game, or is that something that they're featuring a little more here?
I feel like playing in the slot has been a part of my game. You know, I did it in college in a similar system, and yeah.
Is that? But I mean, is it not something just that you have experience doing it? You think it's a real strength of yours? I mean, is it?
Yeah, I feel like playing in the slot's a strength of mine, you know, and they're just adding on to it, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you feel like your camp's going so far?
I feel like my camp is going great. There's still more things that I can do, you know, to solidify, you know, how valuable I am, you know, to this team, not only just defense, but special teams as well.
I know you've been in it for a while, but the number 0, is there any kind of significance to that? Did you have to fight anybody to get it?
I don't know. I just asked Bum. I'm like, hey, who has number 0? Like, who wants this? Man, honestly, nobody's asked me for it. See, I don't know how it looks. Well, I'll take it. You know, I like how it looks. You know, so and I asked my friends. They was like, oh yeah, you need to get number 0. And then it was like Ugo and 0 is very similar. So you know, so yeah.
Had you ever worn it before?
Never was 0. The only single digit I've ever wore was number 7. So this would be my second other single digit number in football. 0, yeah.
So I was wondering if it was a name, a little bit of connections. I know you're out in Oregon.
Yeah, my dog. Nah, it ain't. But nah, I like 0 a lot. I really do. How it look? How it look to you?
Looks good.
Easy. There it is.
You're the best who's ever worn it.
Appreciate you. Yes, sir. If you're going to do it the first time, you got to do it right.
What about the punt returning? I should know how much that is in your experience, but obviously they like you maybe as a safe hands option in that, or
I've been doing punt return since I was a kid, you know, and it's something that I never really practiced it. It just sprung on me. My brothers told me, hey, get back there and catch it. Make the first guy miss and just run like you ain't never ran before. And, you know, just after that, I just always just had a knack for just catching and run, you know. I'm trying to keep everything the same as when I catch the interception, catch it and run.
Speaking of interceptions, I know you got one against the Chiefs, and you know you weren't here last year, so you kind of got to pass on all the struggles of turning the ball over. But you know, I know that's been a huge kind of emphasis this offseason. So how do you kind of view that in terms of being a ball hawk? And like, is that's a major part of your job as a safety, tipping over the
I feel like when you get the ball in general, get causing turnovers, that just increases your chances of winning a ball game. And you know, in this league, it's so hard to get turnovers. And you know, some games like, man, we need to get one, and it's tough. But when you do get those turnovers, it's like it just increases your chances of getting the offense an extra possession on the field. You know, and I think it's going to be huge for us. 'Cause I know we're going to get the ball just because it's showing up in camp right now, and what you do in the dark comes to light. You know, so yeah.
This defense has a lot of veteran leadership, especially a guy like Tyrann Matthew. Like, how much do you learn from him, and how much can you add to your game from observing somebody like him?
Having a guy like Tyrann Matthew is huge. You know, I'm not so much of a guy that asks a lot of questions. I'm more of a guy that sees how a person moves about, you know, how they ask questions, how they move in practice, you know, and I've just seen a lot. He's a very consistent player. You know, you can always count on him to do the right thing, you know, and get other people lined up, and you can count on him to take the whole workload, you know, of getting everybody lined up in the whole defense, you know, and having a guy like him is very, very special and vital because with his presence around, it makes you just want to do better. It wants you, be on your P's and your Q's at all times.
And when you're working into the slot, it kind of almost feels like a different position in terms of, yes, you're a cornerback, but there's so many things that you're being asked to do. Is that something where you and Bradley and Delonte kind of spend some time just going over like the specific tendencies of that position? Is that a little more difficult?
Yeah, the slot position is very, very tricky, but it's a great position to be on the field because you can make so many plays because you're a corner, you're a safety, and you're a linebacker all in one position and all in one play, you know. And I feel like with us three guys that we always pick each other's brain because some of us, we view certain plays differently. We time some things up differently, you know, but when coming together as one is great for this defense because we're all talking the same term. We're all connected with the corners at the same time and on the same call as well.
Saw you make a one-hander during like the initial individual drills. I think it was Coach Bird that.
Yeah.
Did he say something? He seemed pretty impressed.
Oh yeah, he said, "Oh, nice catch." I was like, "Yeah, that's the mitts right there." I just said, "That's the mitts."
Anything else?
thank you.
Beautiful
Thanks, guys.
guys, dynamite. There you go.